My name is Allison, and I'm from Los Angeles, California, and this is a little snippet of my testimony. I was raised in a Christian home with two loving parents and a brother as my best friend. I went to church every Sunday. I went to Awana. I learned my cubby's key verses. I went to camps and hermeneutics lectures, and I studied apologetics, and I went to youth group. So by the end of my senior year in high school, I was feeling like I really understood this whole Christianity thing. Like, I got it. But I didn't realize that there was a problem with that. And that problem was that I only understood Christianity. I didn't wake up in the morning and thank God for anything. I never spent any time with Him. I mean, I think I believed it in a theoretical kind of a sense, kind of like a, well, this seems better than anything else I've really come across, so why not kind of a way. But I didn't read my Bible. I didn't pray unless I wanted something in my life fixed. And I didn't honestly believe the truths that I had grown up hearing. So I think a word to describe this time in my life would be questioning, even though I didn't feel like I was questioning anything at that point in my life. But moving into college, I was faced with many new challenges, as many of us are. I picked up my steady little life and I moved thousands of miles away across the country to start my life as an adult. And very quickly I realized that I was feeling alone, very alone. And I started asking myself questions like, why don't I have many friends? And am I doing something wrong? Like, can't I be better? And ultimately these questions were making me ask over and over again, why am I unhappy? And I realized that I couldn't answer that question. And so, for the first time in a very, very long time, I decided to turn my pity party into a prayer. And I spoke with God. And I realized that I had been missing the most crucial part of my faith, which was contact with God. And once I chose to speak with Him, I felt His love rushing over me all the time. All the time. And I was suddenly struck by the fact that having a relationship with God was not this big, abstract idea like I had made it out to be in my head after all of those years of studying, but it was more tangible and concrete than I could have ever even imagined. Suddenly, having a relationship with God was exactly the same as starting a relationship with any other person. It starts with talking, which I had forgotten was a two-way street. And now, I had that relationship with Him. Now, I fully was able to believe that God had a perfect plan for my life and that He was standing right next to me, walking me through it. So, I never have to feel alone again, because I'm not. So a word that I would use to describe myself now would be satisfied. Now, believe me when I say my life is not perfect. I still have struggles, and I still have some really rough days. But having that relationship with Him just makes me feel so restored. And so, if you ever see me around campus and you're maybe feeling alone or kind of like an outcast, or maybe you want to hear a little bit more about this OCF thing, or maybe you just want to chat, I would love to chat with you about life or sports, though I may not know much about them. And I would especially love to talk with you about the possibility of starting a relationship with Jesus Christ.